mathematics, whatever that may be.
हम उसको स्वीकार करेंगे, उसकी शुद्धि करवाएंगे और उसको अपनाएंगे, एक नई जाति का फिर से निर्माण करवा देंगे.
Children who need to be able to express themselves in clear English are being taught political slogans.
Patriotism is in your heart, then why are you being forced?
अगर वो एक हिंदू बालिका को ले जाएंगे तो कम से कम 100 मुस्लिम बालिकाओं को
यहाँ पर हिंदू के खिलाफ भी हो रहा है, मुसलमान के खिलाफ भी हो रहा है, सिख के खिलाफ भी हो रहा है, ईसाइयों के खिलाफ भी हो रहा है.
Conduct yourself on television. It's appalling. You're a disgrace.
With destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge.
Okay, would you say any form of art changed your life?
Yeah.
It can be a video game. Which one?
Dark Souls.
Why?
Because of the challenge.
Tell me about the video game. What were the specific challenges that made you want to?
It's really difficult to explain, but the point of the video game was that it was challenging to get through. And
So that's it?
structured in a way that the challenge makes you play more. And that sort of taught me a lot about life. Patience, mainly. And that I had to keep going, no matter what.
Is that why you're in London?
That's not why I'm in London, but I'd say it helped a lot with my mindset when I first came here.
Thing is, I think it was God's will. When I came in this country, I was going back the day when Mrs. Gandhi assassinated. So me and my father, we went to airport, and at airport they asked us, no, you can't board in, you have to go back because it's not a very good atmosphere. And we heard in the morning when we were, packing up to go to the airport. But we thought maybe, because my house is not far from airport, 20-minute drive. And because we born and brought up in Delhi, so our confidence was very strong that nothing will happen. Don't worry. It's maybe these things happens in India quite often. It's not something special. But when they say no, you can't check in. I think there won't be any flight, but that flight was ready to leave, and they hold us for about, I think, maybe a couple of hours there. And after 2 hours, he came to us. There was a lot of Sikh people traveling with that. They said the flight which left before this flight, maybe yesterday or last night, no one is alive. They all been killed. Soon as they get out from the airport, they've been killed, robbed.
I didn't understand why there were some very... At the time, I didn't know why there were verses, for example, being said in Sanskrit when common people wouldn't understand what it meant. Everybody said it was the energy of it which was important, but none of us knew what it meant. So that was a problem for me. I rebelled against the fact that, there are little things, small little rituals that you had to follow which alienated women from being part of the community, and I didn't find any reason to do that. I grew up, and my parents brought me up as a scientist, so that made me ask questions about rituals which should not have been there. So yeah, it was always, for me, I have always grown up questioning it. And that's probably because I never got the answers at the time.
Any party, it's not both parties, any party, any leader. I can't find leader like before. No, they were not only fighting for, I think nobody was fighting for power. They were fighting for the country. But these people are not fighting for the country. They are fighting for, they damn care about the country. They're fighting for themselves, for their power, for the chairs. That's all. This is all power fight.
RSS has always been a nationalistic party. I still remember in Bangalore when I used to be a child looking out of my window, we used to actually live outside a playground. I mean, opposite a playground, a football ground. And they used to have these RSS guys doing their march past and various exercises and so on. It is always, and I come to the UK and some of my friends are advocates of RSS. They send their children there, but there's a growing community that's going over there. My point is, unfortunately, it's now gathering momentum in that there are so many people that are, and because Modi is in power, the leadership is what's driving it.
See, RSS has been there to support one sort of political party, I should say. Okay, I understand they are always after Hinduism, but we need to understand India is not just only Hinduism. Okay, you have all sorts of religions, all sorts of people living in India. And it's not just for one set of people. And we don't want ourselves to be known for just one set of, you can't turn everyone to Hindus. That is I really think that is not right to do. Because everyone has their own freedom who they want to be. And everyone has the freedom to pray to the religion that they want to be, pray to the God they want to be.
Government gets for them?
No, I think they're just incompetent.
I don't support the imposition because I think India has done very well with being a very diverse country, and that includes the languages. What I am against is imposing anything on a secular nation.
मुझे बहुत अच्छी तरह याद है emergency. I was not a kid, but grown-up teenager. Maybe I was 15, 16-year-old. So I remember emergency, but that was just a political stunt. But nothing like 1984, no. Emergency was affecting political peoples. And that I believe in India, since we got freedom, I'm not scared to say that. Since we got freedom, these things are happening. No matter if it is Indira Gandhi or somebody else, even till today, it's the same. Situation 84 can happen anytime again, and it's happening. It's happening everywhere. It's happening. Only thing is, whoever he happens with, they only understand. Who the people who are facing these sort of things, they got affected. Other people don't bother. They forget.
I think more than the education part, we weren't told how important this can be, because with our generation's access to internet, if we want to learn something, we can do it immediately. If I wanted to learn about Indian politics, I could just Google it and learn it in an hour or two. At least a good enough level to understand what's going on. But yeah, it's not the education part, it's just that we haven't been told how important it is. So we don't really care about actually learning about it because we don't know how important it is. If I want to shut out of my life, ideally I don't use social media. Because a lot of my social media right now is world news, and that includes India. And most of the time, a lot of it is negative. So if I don't want to look at something negative, I just turn off my phone, or I go do something else on my phone that will distract me from it. It depends on how you use social media, so it really varies. So if you want it to give you more information, it will. If you don't, then it won't, because algorithms basically. Yeah. All I know is that Modi is the Prime Minister. Prime Minister.
Do you know anything about his history?
I've read some stuff about why he's problematic, but I cannot remember. I cannot remember.
That's valid. So would you say it's one of those things where you can just shut out of your life and you just choose?
Right now, for sure, because I'm not living there. If I was living there, I feel I'd want to know more about it.
But like 84 Sikhs don't forget, like other people, Muslims, and in so many places Hindus, and in Kashmir Hindus, and these things. But this is our political structure. I blame to the political structure and all our political leaders. I think so many people not died in the freedom fighting. The people who died after the freedom in riots. Every year after, thousands of people died. And these are well-planned things, and that situation I don't really like. Yeah, no. Especially in my country, it's getting worse and worse. It was not like this before. Not whatever Indira was doing or before people, I can't remember before Indira what was happening, because we were just a student, high school students. But the thing is, after that, it's not very good. No, whatever had happened in 1984, it was very well planned, I still blame to Gandhi family. Yes. Even today, I blame. Yeah. How can you say that Rahul, if he comes in the power, he won't do that? How can you say that? Same, whoever, even Mr. Modi, he is doing same. So Rahul, how come you say that Rahul won't do that? All political people, they fight for powers. They damn care of our lives. No.
I think the media is playing a really vital role these days, but then again, it has to be played correctly, is my thing. But then the spreading of news is, I should say, like 100 times, 1,000 times far quicker these days than what it was 20, 25 years back. So if something happens anywhere in the world, you get it in your WhatsApp or in the news in a minute's time, in a second's time. People just keep forwarding messages and forwarding things. So I think that is really good. But I still think what you see in media, sometimes that's what some people want you to see. You know, like I think most of the times it's not like what it is actually happening, but that's what they wanted you to see. So what they're showing is not what it is actually. So that's why you got to use, you have a very good power. I should say media is the only way how you can uplift, for example, a government, or you can throw something out of the power as well. But then again, you have to use it in the right way. And I still think media has improved so much from where it was and where it is now. But all we want is it has to be walking in the right path is the main thing.
Yeah, no, I think politicians definitely should focus more on the actual problems of the country. Like, unemployment rates are skyrocketing. Obviously, women's safety is at an all-time low because we're a huge country and none of these issues are being handled. So I think a comedy show should be their last priority.
We are a secular state. It is one of the biggest democracies in the world that has been able to live and accept different religions and ways of life.
It doesn't matter whether you're like Christian, you're Muslim, you're Parsi, whatever you are, you're Sikh, you're Punjabi, it doesn't matter.
And that's because the Constitution allowed it to be respected in that way. It was defined in the Constitution. So, no, I don't think it's proper. I know there is a momentum to do that, but I hope there are people that are resisting it and will fight against it equally as people who are proposing it.